All right, EIC team. So this is the updated Google Sheet accommodation page thing. So this is going to be, it's a live document, and this is going to house all of our accommodations, our students with accommodations for testing in order to help with grouping, as well as provide the teachers what they need to ensure they're doing the right accommodations and their students are getting what they need. So first off, I sent you guys an email, which is how you clicked on this video to be able to see what to do. And attached is also this document, and you'll see it's just labeled FSA Accommodations 2022. So what I want you to notice before even moving on is this is our main generic one. So if you look at the bottom, it's the master list. So it says accommodations master list. This is not the one that I want you guys writing on. So that's going to be the one that I'm manipulating and I'm dumping all the students into. I'm dumping them into this main page so that I can figure out groups and how many we need for, each different thing. So what I want you to notice is each of your names are down at the bottom. And when you click on your name, it looks identical right now because I have just duplicated it. So there's all the different pages for everyone. And you'll notice I have Miss Watson, you have down here for the 504s. So what I need you guys to do is we need you to put in the students that you are the case manager for. So the names listed at the bottom are the ones that you're case managers for. I know some of you share students. I know some of you, you both see them, but whoever is the case manager, that is going to be the person that is responsible for filling out the accommodations and ensuring that they are correct. We'll double check them with the teachers so that we have it checks and balances. But the case manager is the one that is responsible for updating, changing, adding new accommodations. That's just going to how we're going to organize it and kind of spread the load. So if I was Dutil, I would go down to the bottom and make sure that I am on the tab that says Dutil. And then I would go in and drop my students in, last name, first name. I'm sure you have spreadsheets with this already. You're indicating here if they have an IEP of 504 or their ESOL, putting their current grade level, homeroom teacher, and who the case manager is. So if I'm Dutil, it should say Dutil all the way down because I should be the case. I'm only doing the ones I'm the case manager for. All right, so then once I have put my students' names in, I'm going in and I'm double checking on peer, as well as, especially with the 504s in their audits and stuff, that in their IEP, that you have the correct accommodations listed. So you're going to be going through here and you're going to be putting a X in all the boxes if that's an accommodation they have. And I want you to just notice that it says extended time for tests. So if they are extended time, I would be putting an X here. And then also to the right of it, it's just a little bit different. Last year we had like 100%, 50%. It just says how much extended time, and you're going to actually type in the percentage there. So when you're typing it in, please put in like 75%. And that will help us when we are sorting, et cetera, to make sure that the kiddos have the right amount of time. So just be careful when you are going through and that you're making sure you are marking the correct boxes for all of their different accommodations. There's also a place for you to put notes. So if you have a student that does not have, or that has an IEP or has a 504 and they do not have any accommodations at the time or currently, we have a couple 504s I know like that. Please write in no accommodations at this time. If you have a student that's taking an alternate assignment, FSAA, I think we only have one right now, you just would put in over here too, put in the comments FSAA, and then if you would put in the date that you completed it. So it's not their IEP date, but it's the date that you updated their accommodations. And the reason that's on there is because as time goes, we're going to have to relook at them and re-update them just to make sure that we have everything correct before we actually start testing. So if you could just put in that date as well. So once you have all of that done for your caseload, I am asking that you email me and let me know, and then we will be able to, I'll print them off and I'll be having you sign it just to verify that these are correct, and then we'll be giving them to the homeroom teachers once I go in and sort them, and they will be doing that checks and balances of looking at their list of kids and making sure that they also have those same accommodations listed so that it's not all on you, it's not all on me, it's not all on the teachers, it's all of us together to make sure we have everything correct. And then once we have this built, as we go into IEPs, 504 meetings and IPST from here on out, if accommodations are changing or a new student is added or accommodations are taken away, whatever it may be, that you are updating this on the live document and that you are changing the date completed. All right, so it's going to be a big thing that you're making sure you're changing that date completed, because that's going to help me with making sure I keep adding in all the new kids and that we're staying up to date. So our goal is really to get going on this so we can start making our accommodation groups or getting a rough estimate of exactly how many teachers and how many groups and when students will be testing. So if by the end of next week you could have all of your accommodations in, that would be awesome. And if you have any questions about it, please don't hesitate to ask. I would rather do it correctly the first time, so please don't hesitate to ask questions. And again, your biggest thing is at the bottom, that you're making sure that you are only doing the students that you are the case manager for. All right, and if you have any questions, let me know. And also a good tip is to just save this email, and this live link will stay in that email. You can make a little folder like testing 2022. So anything that's testing can go in there, and then you will be able to access it again, or it will be in the shared with me. I will share this document with you as well as the testing folder, okay, in your Google Share.